Samuel and Onuha and his brother just went to jail in Dubai, and they're looking up to 25 years. And these guys were making at least $2 to $4 million a month. And it really goes to show you can have all the money you want in this world. However, if you don't have the proper principles, if you're not disciplined, if you don't have that core foundation to stay strong to your goals, you will get caught up in all the things that money offers you.
I don't know if you guys heard the Samuel and Onuha thing, but holy shit. Samuel Onuha, massive influencer, doing like $700K a week with the courses. He just got in Dubai.
Samuel and Ruben Onuha built an image of pure success. Luxury cars, private jets, and million-dollar villas in Dubai. Their brand, Icon Amsterdam, was supposedly raking in over $30 million a year, and they made sure the world saw it. Social media was flooded with their extravagant lifestyle, making them look like the kings of e-commerce. They claimed to have cracked the code of online business, going from simple dropshipping to running a global fashion empire. Thousands of aspiring entrepreneurs followed them, hoping to replicate their success. But then, everything changed. In February 2025, reports surfaced that the Onuha brothers had been arrested in Dubai. Samuel's Instagram account disappeared overnight, and Ruben's last update was from February 8th. Suddenly, they were nowhere to be found, and social media was in chaos trying to figure out what had happened. According to multiple sources, including the infamous Instagram account Baller Busters, known for exposing fake online gurus, the Onuha brothers' downfall started with one wild night in Dubai. Their Palm Jumeirah villa, the backdrop of countless flex videos, became the scene of something far more serious. The alleged reason? A group of escorts they hired claimed they weren't paid. That alone would have been enough to cause a scandal. But things escalated fast. When Dubai police showed up to investigate, reports say they found between 200 to 250 grams of illegal substances at the property. This wasn't just an embarrassing slip-up. It turned into a full-blown legal nightmare. The UAE isn't the kind of place where you get a slap on the wrist for drug possession. Anything over 200 grams can land someone in prison for 7 to 15 years. And if there's even a hint that they intended to distribute, the sentence could be far worse. The timing of their arrest adds to the mystery. Just one night before, Samuel and Ruben were spotted partying at Playa Hacha, Dubai, vibing to a DJ set by Blondish. Then, on February 10th, everything went silent. Their personal chef, who regularly flaunted his Dubai lifestyle online, suddenly stopped posting. That was the last day anyone in their circle made an update. Given how much these guys loved attention, the complete radio silence was a huge red flag. As soon as word spread, social media exploded. People were in shock. Some called it karma. Others speculated there had to be more to the story.
The most stupid reason ever. Why would you do drugs? And we're not talking about alcohol or even weed. We're talking about white stuff, if that's true. In Dubai. Imagine living in one of the richest countries in the world, the most secure, the most respected, and it's Muslim as well, who don't like drugs. And then risking that, knowing that you also have a massive following. The government has a reputation to protect, and the whole world is watching now because you have a massive following as well. You're gonna be ripped apart. From what I found, not 100% sure. 20 years jail is standard for that, but because he has a massive following and the whole world is watching, I'm afraid that the punishment will be something public and worse. Kids don't do drugs. It's not good.
There was no official statement from the authorities, which only fueled the rumors. Was this a setup? A bad decision that spiraled out of control? Or were they always hiding skeletons in their closet? For their die-hard supporters, this was a tough pill to swallow. Some defended them, convinced they were victims of circumstance. Others pointed out the obvious. If you live in Dubai, a country notorious for its strict drug laws, why would you even take that risk? Being rich and reckless doesn't work everywhere. Beyond the drama, this case shines a spotlight on the dark side of internet fame. Samuel and Ruben built an empire off their supposed e-commerce success, selling the dream of financial freedom. But now, their flashy lifestyle seems more like a smokescreen for something else entirely. And that's where things get even messier. This situation doesn't just impact their personal brand. The Nigerian community in Dubai, which has grown over the years, now faces even more scrutiny. Incidents like this feed into stereotypes and make life harder for those trying to build honest businesses abroad. With the UAE's no-nonsense approach to crime, foreigners caught in drug-related cases often face extreme consequences. Some have received life sentences. In certain cases, capital punishment isn't off the table. Legal experts say the Onuha Brothers' fate now depends on how strong the evidence is. If they're found guilty of trafficking, they could be locked away for decades. Even a simple possession charge carries harsh penalties. Their legal team is likely working overtime looking for any loophole, whether it's questioning the evidence or how the police handled the case. Meanwhile, regarding their business, at first people thought this was just a misunderstanding. After all, these guys had built a massive business, right? But then, the real truth started to surface, and it wasn't pretty. For years, the Onuha brothers had presented themselves as e-commerce geniuses, making millions through their fashion brand. But after their arrest, shocking details emerged. Most of their money didn't actually come from Icon Amsterdam. Instead, their true business was scamming hopeful entrepreneurs through ridiculously expensive mentorship programs. How expensive? Try $110,000 for just 3 months of coaching. That's more than most people's annual salary, just for a bit of advice on how to run an online business. And people were paying it, believing they were getting inside knowledge from two of the best in the game. But if their e-commerce brand was so successful, why would they need to sell overpriced courses? The answer is simple. They weren't making as much money from their brand as they claimed. The illusion of success was built on smoke and mirrors, with their so-called mentorships acting as the real cash cow. Despite their bold claims of success, the true financial standing of Icon Amsterdam remains uncertain. The company's most recent financial statement from 2022 fails to reflect the supposed multi-million euro revenues. No official clarification has been given, and customer service has been slow to respond to inquiries. Meanwhile, the investigation into the Onuha Brothers case in Dubai is still ongoing. Baller busters and other sources revealed even more disturbing facts. The brothers allegedly owed millions in unpaid income and corporate taxes to the Dutch government. Even their Dubai expenses were exaggerated. They bragged about spending $70,000 a month on their villa, but in reality, it was closer to $40,000. The numbers didn't add up, and it became clear their entire image was built on deception. The red flags were there all along, but their followers didn't see them. Or maybe they didn't want to. The brothers lived like rock stars. Non-stop parties, luxury cars, and over-the-top spending. Instead of focusing on business strategies, their content slowly shifted to flexing their wealth. They weren't selling e-commerce knowledge anymore. They were selling a fantasy. And people bought into it. Are they genuinely teaching or just funding their lifestyle at your expense? The Onuha Brothers empire crumbled because it was built on hype, not reality. We're committed to uncovering these scams and guiding you away from traps that have drained countless entrepreneurs of their hard-earned cash. Spotting the red flags and staying skeptical lets you stay safe while chasing real online business opportunities.